Welcome to the latest episode of the B Movie Club. I'm your host Kevin. This week we're discussing the 1987 classic Wings of Desire, also called Der Himmel über Berlin, which means the sky or the heaven over Berlin, starring Peter Falk,
and some German and French people.
There you go. Good times had by all. For those of you joining us for the first time, each week on the B Movie Club, we discuss certain guilty pleasures and forgotten classics of the past. Go ahead and go to our page on Facebook, Original B Movie Club, and give us the big thumbs up. Then go to our page on YouTube at KD9575 and subscribe. It's totally free. And then follow me on Twitter at the B Movie Club. Don't forget to spread the word. Friends, neighbors, strangers, enemies.
Share. Subscribe, enroll.
Do what you gotta do. Help a brother out is what I'm trying to say. Okay, so, Wings of Desire. What is this about, Aaron? Well, let's stop right there. With me is Aaron. Good job. Thank you for joining us. I should introduce you. I feel that's important.
I'm sure the hardcore fans of this show know who I am.
They know the reals. Okay, sorry about that. So, Wings of Desire.
Wings of Desire. Angels are all around us.
Or at least around Berlin, right?
Or at least I'm reading too much into it.
Right.
Angels are all around the then divided Berlin. They're everywhere. Because they have to be, because clearly everyone is near suicide. All you hear are the unhappy thoughts. My parents hate me, my wife left me. You know, why do I exist? Why must I suffer?
So you think it's a lot of laughs?
You know, it's like a Jerry Lewis. Well, Jerry Lewis makes me sad too.
So we follow the path of a couple angels, but one specifically.
Yeah, one specific starts to question, you know, they've been apparently observing their Berliners since before, you know, the Earth had life. So apparently, if you want to, you can just make a decision and become mortal. Apparently, they want to experience and not just observe. So one angel decides to take that plunge and become mortal.
Well, he sees a beautiful trapeze artist in a ghetto circus.
And it was kind of fairly erotic.
It was, yeah, okay. She's swinging from the trapeze. She's doing her thing, I guess.
Yeah, that's popular in Thailand, I think. They do a lot of that stuff. Singapore, Thailand, whatever.
Good times. Good.
Yeah, that's the story. It's about, I don't know, this film's what, 6 hours long? The first 5.5 hours are the utter despair of the people living in and around Berlin.
Right. And the kindly angels who kind of, you can't see them, but they kind of come up and like will touch you. And you're like, oh, okay.
When you're having your sad thoughts, they come up. Now put your head over here. I can't reach that far. And they kind of do that, and you feel a little hope. It doesn't always work. It doesn't always work, but you know, they sense you and they come and give you a little support. They don't seem to really solve problems, but they just, you know, maybe change your thinking just a little bit.
Help you out, a little pick me up.
A little pick me up. But,
and then crazy Peter Falk is flying in, working on some kind of
did we
German...
forget that Peter Falk is the one person who you do know is in this film?
Yes, and he plays himself. I'm Peter Falk. I've got a crazy eye, and I'm coming to Germany to film a movie here. And everybody walks up, because at first I'm just like, oh, that's interesting, Peter Falk is in this. And then people pass him on the street go, oh, I'm going to give a crazy German act. He's Columbo.
He's Columbo.
Lieutenant Columbo. And so I'm like, wait a minute. So he's playing himself? Hey, I'm Peter Falk. This is my crazy Peter Falk accent. I don't know if anyone's going to appreciate it but me.
I thought it was very impressive. Now, Peter Falk apparently has some secrets, and I'm afraid to reveal too much. But let me just say that
no one's gonna watch it. Reveal it.
Peter Falk is apparently a former angel himself. So he can sense the other angels when they're around. He can't see them anymore, but he senses them.
Right.
So he's always just like talking to himself. So he's at like a roach coach getting a coffee, and he's just sitting there talking to these angels while the people in there are like,
Hey, I'm Peter Falk.
I'm Peter Falk.
I used to be an angel just like you. I couldn't fix my eye though, evidently. It's very sad.
I wanted to know that he lose his eye like as soon as he became mortal. Anyway, they want to feel suffering. They think it's all great. The one angel cracks his head and it's all bloody, and he's like, "This is fantastic! I'm bleeding from my head." And then people start giving him money because they think he's a crazy homeless person. Is this red?
What color is this?
Oh,
What
my
color
God.
is that? I could go for some coffee. Well, here's... People in Berlin are very polite, evidently. Here, how about some cash?
How about some cash to
Help
go
yourself.
away? I think is what that is.
Could be.
The downsides, I would say.
Other than being ridiculously boring?
Well, that would be one of it. Not really having any story.
Very loose plot.
It just goes on and on and on.
Right.
The suffering.
There's this one scene where this guy's like about to commit suicide and the angel's kind of doing his thing and the angel jumps off. Or excuse me, the guy commits suicide and the angel's very upset about it. And I found myself thinking, hey, at least he doesn't have to watch this movie anymore.
Exactly. His suffering is over.
At least his
9! His suffering's over. Let's see. The plus sides. It's very beautiful.
It's
The
beautifully
cinematography
filmed,
is just gorgeous. It's very beautiful. So what you really would like is if they could edit out all the people and just have some of the beautiful scenes of Berlin before the wall came down. It's dark. It's all black and white. It's very moody.
When it's the angels,
Oh,
it's
the
black
angels,
and white.
yeah.
It's what they perceive as black and white. That's kind of why they want to be human, because
Yeah.
it's kind of like, and there's scenes where they're like, oh, I saw a leaf fall from the tree. That's interesting. I saw
They
a
sit
rock
around and
fall.
are like, yeah. And then, I don't know, I saw a child get hit by a car. Ooh, that's interesting.
Right.
I
But
didn't see
they just
that.
observe.
They just share. They
Right.
observe and then they get together and share nonsense with each other.
Right.
I know there are those who will be up in arms. And like I said, I can appreciate parts of this film. Will I watch this film again? Not unless you've got some kind of Clockwork Orange torture thing going on. That's
At
the only
gunpoint,
way.
I'd have to think about it.
Exactly. I'm like, the suffering would be tremendous.
Yes.
But like I said, it's beautiful cinematography. It is a classic slice of the 80s. I thought it was very interesting. When the angels are there, when they're still angels, it's super 80s. Black trench coat. They got the little tiny German ponytail.
Little sensitive ponytail.
Sensitive ponytail. They all
Slick
look
back.
like poets. They all look like Falco. Falco was the king of the 80s, and while not German, Austrian.
You know it, don't you?
Der Kommissar. Anyway,
That's Falco.
that's Falco in case you don't know anything and never saw MTV during the 80s. But interestingly, when they stop being angels, then their taste is terrible as far as clothes.
Oh, right.
Now it's just long, greasy hair. No more cool angel ponytail. No more slick 80s. You forgot to flip your collar.
sorry.
Can you flip that collar? No slick 80s collar.
He trades it in for something that looks like a Navajo rug or
It
something?
looked like a horse blanket.
Yes, it was very strange.
It was a terrible, god-awful taste. So I think that's what it means to be human, is just to have incredible bad taste.
experiences, I guess, right? This movie is horrible. Okay, I appreciate art films. I appreciate kind of like we're trying to convey an emotion rather than a plot. That's all well and good. My feeling is, though, can it at least be entertaining? Is that a bridge too far?
Exactly. How much suffering do I have to watch? I would have preferred this if this was a picture book. If this was just a picture book, you didn't even need to put any words into it. I could just flip through the pictures of the angels up on the statues, that's beautiful. If I could just flip through this, a beautiful black and white table book, that would be fantastic.
Right.
But it was not
was
worth. I mean, those are 7 hours that I'm never getting back in my life. The Supreme Court has ruled this cruel and unusual punishment, and they cannot show this film in prisons.
This is very sad.
I think I heard that somewhere.
I believe it. I believe it. So, good times, except for us, evidently. Currently, this movie has a 98% fresh on Rotten Tomatoes, which is just a lie. There's no way that 98% of the reviewers saw this movie and thought it was good. There is no way. But they all want to be, they're pretentious. Nobody wants to come forward and be like, you know what? No can do. No can. They all have,
I can't go
beautiful.
for that. No,
Beautiful. No. So do not see this movie. 9. So yeah, avoid this movie like a plague. If you're hanging out with somebody, say, hey, let's go check out Wings of Desire.
Punch him in the throat and run.
Run. Do not return that person's calls. Take it, you know, I'm out. No can do. So, good times. We're moving away from whatever genre this is. I can't even, I don't know what it is.
Art house, Euro trash.
Do not watch it.
Yeah, that's why I've just coined that phrase.
Next week, we're going to be hitting a real classic. The horror bonanza Jeepers Creepers. Now we're talking. That's our speed, baby. So Jeepers Creepers is streaming instantly on Netflix, unlike Wings of Desire.
Which I once again had to pay $3. The hell with you, Amazon Prime.
Right.
Why isn't there any movie that I want to watch that I don't have to pay for with my, what is it, $120 a year now?
Very upsetting.
Bastardo.
It's very, very upsetting. So, go ahead, check out Jeepers Creepers. Send any favorite scenes, favorite quotes, comments, or questions to us. We may talk about it on the show. Don't forget to go to our page on Facebook, Original B Movie Club. Give us the thumbs up. Go ahead and follow us on Twitter at the B Movie Club. And don't forget to subscribe on YouTube, if you will.
Send in movie suggestions.
Please, unless it's more from Vim vendors.
Hey, and if you don't like our review, well, no, I was going to tell you to stick it, but actually you can go on our YouTube channel and give us your feedback. You don't tell me why this is a masterpiece. Get on there, I'll read it. I won't like slap you down. I'm curious. Tell me why this is a masterpiece.
This is America. We can all have different opinions. You know what I'm saying?
As long as it agrees with mine.
Now you're getting it. As you know, I end every episode with a totally out of context quote, and here it is.
This time, people, we actually have viewers give us the quotes. So, Michael from, where are you, Michael? Milwaukee and Finland now? Sent in, when the child was a child.
Can you say that in German?
9. And Burton, where does Burton live? In the Springy?
I don't know where he's living.
Alright,
Pacific
Burton
Northwest?
from Planet X sent in, it's a, oh, maybe you should do this. This is a Peter Falk quote.
I can't see you, but I know you're there. I really can't see you because I have one eye.
So somehow it's becoming Gilbert Gottfried with every time I do it.
I like it. Gilbert Godfrey, Peter Falk, it's all
What
good.
are you talking about?
So there you go. Good times had by all. I want to thank Aaron for joining us, but not for suggesting this movie, let me tell you. So thank you for joining us next week, Jeepers Creepers.
I'm still trying to get him to do the jazz singer with Neil Diamond, so write in.
And Yentl.
Oh yeah, that's a good one. I think we should do a double whack on that.
A double whack. Be well.